top 1% routine. You can actually stick to my productivity and health habits. There's a fantasy version of self-improvement that dominates social media. The cold plunges, the 4 a.m. wake-ups, the color-coded calendars, and the green juices lined up like trophies. You've seen it. It looks impressive, but it rarely lasts. Real success, the kind that shapes your mind and body over years, doesn't come from copying billionaires or monks. It comes from building a system that's sustainable. This is not a perfect routine. It's a repeatable one, something you can actually stick to. I call it the top 1% routine, not because it's flashy or extreme, but because it's consistent. If you follow it for 3 months, your productivity, energy, and emotional control will rise to a level most people never experience. Let's break it down hour by hour, mindset by mindset, habit by habit. 1. The core philosophy. Small wins, big momentum. The secret of the top 1% is not willpower, it's design. They build their lives around systems that make good habits automatic and bad habits difficult. Think of your life like software. Every day, you're running programs. Some make you healthier and smarter. Others make you slower and distracted. The goal is to upgrade the code, not to keep manually forcing yourself to behave. This means that discipline is less about effort and more about environment. If your phone is on your nightstand, you'll scroll before sleep. If your sneakers are by the door, you'll probably run. The best routine removes friction from what matters most and adds friction to what drains you. 2. The morning reset. Commanding the first hour. Forget the 4 a.m. myth. The top 1% don't all wake up early. They wake up intentionally. Whether you rise at 5:00 or 8:00, the key is what you do in your first 60 minutes. Step 1. Wake with purpose. 5 minutes. Don't reach for your phone. The first 5 minutes of the day shape your focus for hours. Instead, sit up, drink a full glass of water, and breathe deeply. 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. This signals your nervous system that you're safe and grounded. Step 2. Sunlight and movement. 20 minutes. Step outside, even if it's cloudy. Sunlight regulates cortisol and melatonin, telling your brain, it's time to perform. Add some light movement, jumping jacks, stretches, a quick walk. Nothing extreme. The goal is to wake your biology. Step 3. Mind calibration, 20-40 minutes. This is your mental hygiene. You can meditate, journal, or simply sit with your thoughts. Ask, what matters most today? What would make today feel successful? Write your answers. Clarity replaces chaos. Step 4. Strategic caffeine, 40-60 minutes. Delay coffee for at least 45 minutes after waking. This prevents cortisol spikes that cause afternoon crashes. Pair it with a protein-based breakfast, eggs, Greek yogurt, or a smoothie with oats and berries. By 8, 00:00 a.m., your body is awake, your mind is focused, and your intentions are set. You've already won the first battle of the day. 3. The deep work block, protecting your focus. The average person checks their phone 150 times a day. The top 1% check it on their terms. Your brain can only sustain peak focus for 90 to 120 minutes. That's your deep work window. This is when you tackle your most valuable task, not emails, not meetings, not errands. One block of pure, uninterrupted focus can outperform 8 hours of distracted work. How to set it up? Choose one target task. What single thing would make today a win if completed? Set a timer for 90 minutes. Eliminate distractions. Silence notifications, close tabs, and use noise-canceling headphones if possible. Take notes by hand. Writing engages focus and memory better than typing. When the timer ends, step away, stretch, hydrate, walk. Then resume lighter tasks. The magic is not in working endlessly, but in working undistracted. 4. The energy equation. Food, movement, and rest. Your productivity is limited by your physiology. If your body's off, your brain is off. The top 1% don't separate health habits from work habits. They know it's one system. Nutrition rules, simple and sustainable. Eat real food, protein, fiber, healthy fats. Avoid extremes. No carb or liquid-only fads. Don't eat like you're punishing yourself. Drink at least 2.5 liters of water daily. Think of food as fuel, not entertainment. But don't be robotic. Have a pleasure meal once or twice a week. This prevents burnout and keeps your metabolism adaptive. Movement principles for busy humans. Forget perfection. Aim for motion. The rule: move every day, train 3 times a week. Daily, 15-30 minutes of walking, stretching, or light exercise. Training days, strength or resistance workouts. You don't need a gym. Push-ups, squats, and planks work fine. Optional: yoga, swimming, or cycling for variety. Movement sharpens focus, regulates hormones, and improves sleep. It's the ultimate productivity hack disguised as self-care. Rest and sleep hygiene. Sleep is not a luxury. It's a performance enhancer. To master it, keep consistent bed-wake times plus or minus 30 minutes. No screens 60 minutes before bed. Lower lights and temperature. Reflect on 3 things you're grateful for. This trains your brain for calm. Sleep is where discipline meets reward. The better you rest, the more willpower you regain. 5. The midday reset. The power of pausing. Most people treat rest as laziness. The top 1% treat it as strategy. At midday, after lunch, or your deep work, take 15 to 30 minutes to reset. No screens, no stimulation. You can walk outside, breathe, or even nap. Why? Because the human brain runs in ultradian rhythms, not just circadian ones. Every 90-120 minutes, your energy dips naturally. Instead of fighting it with caffeine, use it to recharge. A 15-minute reset can give you the focus equivalent of an extra hour of sleep. It's a tiny investment that compounds daily. 6. The afternoon flow. Create, connect, and execute. Afternoons are for collaboration and creative flow. You've already conquered your deep work. Now you can afford to engage. Structure the afternoon. Administrative block, 1-2 hours. Reply to emails, make calls, handle logistics. Creative block, 1-2 hours. Plan, write, brainstorm, or experiment. Learning block, 30 minutes. Read, watch a course, or take notes. By splitting your afternoon between output doing and input learning, you ensure both progress and growth. If your energy dips, step outside or do light movement. Movement restores mental clarity better than caffeine or snacks. 7. The evening transition, returning to self. Here's the trap. Most people treat evenings as an afterthought. They either overwork or collapse. But the top 1% use evenings to reconnect and reset. Step 1. Digital sunset, 2 hours before bed. Turn off work notifications. The world will survive without you for one night. Step 2. Mindful meal. Dinner should be light and satisfying. Lean protein, vegetables, and slow carbs like rice or sweet potatoes. Eat slowly without screens. Step 3. Reflection ritual. Before bed, ask yourself 3 questions. What went well today? What challenged me? And what did I learn? What's my main priority tomorrow? This short reflection anchors your growth mindset. You end the day consciously, not reactively. Step 4. The shutdown signal. Use a consistent cue that says, "Workday over." It could be turning off your desk lamp, journaling, or making tea. This trains your brain to separate output mode from rest mode. 8. The psychology of consistency. The hardest part of any habit isn't starting, it's maintaining. That's why the top 1% routine is designed to be realistic. You're not expected to be a robot. Instead, you'll follow the 80% rule. Aim to execute 80% of the plan daily. That's sustainable excellence. Here, how to make it automatic. 1. Anchor habits. Attach new behaviors to existing ones. Example: after I brush my teeth, I'll drink a glass of water. After lunch, I'll take a 10-minute walk. Anchoring builds reliability without mental effort. 2. Reduce decision fatigue. Simplify choices. Eat similar breakfasts. Wear simple outfits. Automate bills. Every decision you eliminate frees energy for creativity and strategy. 3. Reward progress, not perfection. Track your habits, but celebrate small wins. Missing one day doesn't matter. Missing 2 builds a pattern. Treat yourself like a long-term investment, not a project. 4. Environment is everything. Your surroundings either support or sabotage your goals. Design your space so success is the default. Keep healthy food visible. Hide distractions. Create a dedicated workspace. Your environment should whisper your goals to you all day long. 9. The mental fitness routine. Top performers train their minds as seriously as their bodies. Mental fitness means mastering focus, calm, and perspective. 3 superpowers that amplify everything else. Meditation, 10-15 minutes daily. You don't need incense or silence. Just breathe, observe, and return. Meditation teaches you to detach from noise, internal and external. Over time, you become less reactive, more present, and infinitely more focused. Journaling 5-10 minutes. Write your thoughts like you're debugging your brain. Ask, what's cluttering my mind today? What am I avoiding? What am I grateful for? Writing clears mental fog and reveals hidden patterns. Reading 20-30 minutes. Read something that expands your thinking, not just entertains you. History, psychology, biographies, the wisdom of centuries compressed into pages. The top 1% read strategically, not compulsively. Mental diet. Limit exposure to negativity, news, gossip, outrage. Curate your information like you curate your food. Garbage in, garbage out. 10. The power of identity. Habits stick when they align with who you believe you are. Don't just try to be productive. Become the kind of person who is productive. Identity fuels behavior. Say this to yourself. I'm the kind of person who keeps promises to myself. That one sentence can change your life. Every time you act in line with it, you reinforce your identity. Every time you break it, you weaken it. This is why the top 1% routine isn't a list of tasks. It's a framework for self-respect. You're proving to yourself daily that you're someone who follows through. 11. Handling off days and burnout. Even top performers have lazy days. The difference is how they respond. When motivation dies, don't judge, adjust. Lower the bar. Instead of skipping a workout, just stretch. Shorten the block. Instead of writing for an hour, write for 10 minutes. Rest deliberately. Sleep early or go for a walk without guilt. Momentum isn't broken by failure, it's broken by shame. Self-compassion keeps the engine running when perfectionism stalls it. Burnout prevention is not optional, it's strategy. The body and brain need recovery. The best routine is one that includes time not working. 12. The weekly system. Review and realign. Once a week, ideally Sunday, review your progress. Spend 30 minutes auditing your life like a CEO would a company. Ask, what worked this week? What drained me? What do I want more or less of next week? Adjust accordingly. Life changes, so your routine must evolve. The goal isn't rigidity, it's responsiveness. The system adapts to you, not the other way around. End the review with gratitude. Acknowledge your small wins. Progress hides in the details you almost ignore. 13. The compound effect of discipline. Here's the truth. The first week of a new habit changes nothing. The second feels awkward. The third starts to flow. And by the fourth, you no longer negotiate with yourself. You expect excellence. Consistency compounds invisibly. You won't notice huge changes day to day, but in 100 days, your energy, focus, and confidence will skyrocket. That's how the top 1% think, in decades, not days. Your future self is watching. Every time you show up, you're voting for the life you want. 14. My routine in practice. Example schedule. Here's how a normal day looks when everything clicks. 7:00 a.m. Wake, water, sunlight, stretch. 7:15 a.m. Meditation and journaling. 7:45 a.m. Breakfast, protein-based, and coffee. 8:00 a.m. Deep work session, writing, analysis, or creative focus. 9:30 a.m. Break and movement. 10:00 a.m. Second focus block emails, planning, editing. 12:00 p.m. Lunch, balanced meal, and short walk. 1:00 p.m. Creative or collaborative work. 3:00 p.m. Reading or study session. 4:00 p.m. Light exercise or gym. 6:00 p.m. Dinner with no screens. 8:00 p.m. Digital sunset and relaxation. 9:00 p.m. Reflection journal, gratitude list. 10:00 p.m. Sleep. This isn't strict. Some days I shift things, skip parts, or improvise, but the structure keeps me grounded. Freedom grows best inside order. 15. Final thought. The quiet power of momentum. There's nothing glamorous about drinking water, stretching, or writing in silence. Yet that's where power builds, in the invisible moments. The top 1% routine isn't about obsession. It's about ownership. Owning your mornings, your focus, your health, and your identity. You don't need superhuman genetics, million-dollar gadgets, or a private chef. You need consistency, honesty, and patience. Start small. Master your first hour, your first habit, your first promise to yourself. The rest unfolds naturally. Because the truth is, the top 1% don't do everything perfectly. They just refuse to quit when it gets boring. And that's a routine anyone can stick to.